Hey guys, it's FPS War Crimes here again. We're doing another solo Lost Sector raiding guide. Today we got Scavenger's Den in the EDZ. We're fighting Fallen, we're fighting Barriers and Overloads. So let's get right into the ranking because I kind of sped through this Lost Sector in the gameplay you're seeing, so I gotta speed quick in this portion. If you missed the first video, what we're doing is we're cataloging all of the Lost Sectors and we're gonna put them in an overall tier list so we know which ones to look out for and grind for, and which ones we can try and avoid. Last week we had Aphelios Rest, which landed in the C tier with a total score of 13 out of 20. The way the rating is assigned is 4 categories: difficulty, rewards, RNG, and the fun factor. Difficulty is just kind of, is the strike difficult? If it's not too difficult, it gets a high rating because obviously we want to grind through it quick. If it's really difficult, we get a low rating. Rewards, it's just kind of going to be a flat rating. Like for example, today we're dropping helmets and we're just flat rating these. I mean, RNG, this is just going to kind of come down to whether or not there is stuff in the lost sector that you can't control that can cause the lost sector to be slower and more difficult. So that we'll cover that when we get there. And the fun factor is pretty obvious. I mean, it factors, you know, what enemy type we're fighting, whether or not the actual environment's cool, and a few other things. So first things first, we're on Scavenger's Den, like I said in the beginning. Difficulty, we're going to give it a 5 out of 5. It's a really easy one. I blazed through it in like 6 minutes and 58, 6 minutes 59, something like that. And I missed the boss with a golden gun at one point, so that actually slowed me down. So we're going 5 out of 5 on difficulty. Barrier and Overload, they're pretty easy to fight. I mean, you just make yourself radiant. If you see here, I'm playing on Hunter with the healing grenade and then the melee that gives me radiance, so it's really easy to take out any barrier champ. As well as overloads, I'm using the graviton lance. If you haven't used the graviton lance this season, I kind of recommend it. It's not by any means like, oh, it's like super meta. It's just pretty nice for these solo activities where you can play a little bit slower because it feels more like a scout rifle. You can take shots from range and stay safe, which is nice. Obviously, a lost sector, you have pretty much infinite deaths. It's just a matter of you can do it slowly and safely, and it still goes by quick. The rewards, so we're dropping helmets, so Cenotaph Mask for Warlock would be a good chase. If you don't have Laurel's Splendor Helm for Titans, go ahead and grab that. Then the Mask of Baccharis and the, I don't really know how to pronounce it, it's the Strand Helmet for Hunters. Kyra Tushne's Facade, we're going to go with that. Just go ahead and roast me in the comments now for how I pronounced it. But those are kind of the chase ones I'm saying this week. I ran it probably 8 times and I only got 1 exotic drop on my hunter, which is crazy. Which I think statistically I should have, because I'm pretty sure the drop rate on these is flat. Anyway, for rewards, helmets are always going to get a 2. That's just like the baseline. It's dropping an exotic item, but most people already have all of these. Given Cenotaph Mask is pretty good, so Warlocks definitely take a look this week because this is one of the better lost sectors to grind. RNG, we're getting a 3 out of 5 on RNG this week. That is just because there is a few rooms where if like both champions double stack in a doorway, or like both champions are on top of each other, or the final room if both barrier servitors decide to make everything immune, there's just a few things in this that you can't control, and when the RNG hits that way, it's really hard to play around. So we're getting a 3 out of 5. Just 5 out of 5 would be like every single thing that could go wrong can go wrong. But with this one, you can mitigate most of it, even if you come in with the right class, or if you're willing to use your ultimate when you need to. You can mitigate most of the RNG. Aside from that last room, out of the like 8 times I ran it, there was like 2 or 3 times where the last room really did give me a kind of a headache. For the fun factor, we're getting a 5 out of 5, man. This is a fun one. You can get done fast. Fallen is always just a good enemy to fight. It's the original enemy from Destiny 1. So we like fighting Fallen here. Call me Saint 14, I guess. But the fun factor, it's 5 out of 5. I mean, Overload and Barrier, they're really fun to fight because you can be creative with your class and still get it done. Whereas if you're fighting like Unstoppable Overload, like you're just kind of locked into some stupid guns sometimes. So this, I also got to crack the Graviton Lance out, and I like the Graviton Lance a lot. If you haven't used it this season for solo lost sectors, definitely recommend it. So total, with the 5 in difficulty, 2 in rewards, 3 in RNG, and 5 in fun, we're getting a 15 out of 20 this week, or today, which lands us solidly in the B tier. So this is definitely one worth running. If you didn't catch the last video, I'll try and link it here at the end. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so if I mess up the link, just click on the channel. It's going to be the Aphelios Rest Lost Sector rating guide. Definitely worth checking out though, guys. If the videos in the background still hasn't wrapped up, just go ahead and stick around to the end. If you would, just leave a like and a subscribe. Other than that, I hope everyone enjoyed the new year. I know it's been a while since I've posted just because I got really busy, but we're going to be looking at posting a lot more lately. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Like I said, leave a like and a subscribe. Also, you can find me on twitch.tv/FPS Warcrimes. I do stream, not daily, but just go ahead and drop a follow over there too so you can know when I'm live. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.